here it is given one picture, different process of cotton. That one trader sell the cotton at a Kurnool cotton market. The trader, he is collecting cotton from the small scale farmers, and what he is doing, here she is doing, they will sell that one in the big market. Then ginning mill buys the cotton. Then ginning mill, they are buying the cotton. Ginning will remove the seeds and press the cotton into pails. They are like bread pieces. They will make it, and they will remove the seeds, and they will press it, and they will make the bales. Then the spinning mill buy the bale. Then who is collecting from ginning person? The spinning mills, they will collect it. Spinning will spin the cotton into yarn, like a thread they will make it, and spinning mill sell the yarn to the yarn dealer. Then the who is selling the yarn to the other further company for weaving and other purpose, that person will send the spinning will give to the dealer or trader who is work with the yarn and the selling and buying of that process. This is the first starting stages of the cotton process. After getting yarn, we want to make cloth, then we want to make coloring, and many activities are there again. Then here we can see that one, a shop in Erode, what is happening, that we are going to discuss. A cloth market of Erode. Erode's bi-weekly cloth market in Tamil Nadu is one of the largest cloth market in the world. Please underline that one. That is Tamil Nadu Erode market is the one of the bi-weekly cloth market in the world, largest market in the world. A large variety of cloth is sold in this market. Cloth that is made by weavers in the village around is also brought here for sale. So not only the cloth which is coming from the factory, the weavers cloth also coming, and that also they are selling there in the bi-weekly market. Around the market are offices of the cloth merchants who buy this cloth, and who is buying that one, the bulk sale. The people, they are traders, they are purchasing that one. The wholesale dealer, they are purchasing the things. Other traders from many South Indian towns also come and purchase clothes in this market. Not only South India, even Rajasthan people, they are coming. Gujarat people also coming and collecting clothes from Erode market. One market day you would also find weavers bringing cloth in that has been made on order from the merchants. And some days, what they are, some areas we can see, they are the the merchants, they will give order early, and the weavers, what they are doing, according to that order, they are making clothes and bringing. These merchants supply clothes on order to the garment manufacturers and exporters around the country. Then what they will do, they will get taking the order for what purpose, for export purpose, not only and the big manufacturing unit purpose. And they purchase the yarn and give instruction to the weaver about kind of cloth that is to be made. If the person want to send to out of India, means example to UK or USA or to Arabian countries, according to that, the merchant, he will give the order, or he will give instruction to the weaver how they want to make the cloth. Like that way they will make the cloth. Then we can see that one, the different process of how they are doing the work and different mills and other things we can see. And here what is the picture it is given. This is the merchant's shop in the bazaar over the yarns. These traders have developed extensive contacts with the garments firm around the country from whom they get order. These orders purchase the yarn or thread from the others. What they are doing in the first one, they are taking the order of yarn and they are selling the yarn. Then the weavers live in the village around and take the yarn supply by these traders to their homes, where the looms are located in sheds adjacent to their homes. This photograph shows the power loom in one such a home. The second picture, it is given the power loom. We can see here in Karur area, many house family members, they are doing this activity, weaving of the cloth with the help of power loom. Maybe in as a small scale industry or as a home industry, they are working like this, and they are collecting the yarn from the trader and they are making the cloth. And third picture, it is given in the village, they are how they are making. Okay, they then bring back the finished cloth to the trader. Here they can see getting ready to go to the merchants in the town. The traders keep on an account of the yarn given and pays them money for them weaving this into cloth. So what they are doing, the last picture, they are bringing that cloth into the merchant return, and they are keeping one account how much yarn they collected already and how much they weave and given back. According to that, they are keeping an account and they are getting money also. Then putting out system, weavers producing cloth at home. The merchant distributes work among the weavers based on the order he has received for cloth. The weavers get the yarn from the merchant and supply him the cloth. They are collecting the yarn and they are making the cloth and sending back to the trader. For the weavers, this arrangement seemingly has two advantages. The weavers do not have to spend their money on purchase of yarn. Why they are depending on this work? Because they don't want to go and purchase the yarn. They don't want to search for yarn purpose. So it will come to their home and they want to sit and work to make the weaving work. And second one, also the problem of selling of finished cloth is taken care of. So they don't want to take care of the finished product where they will go and sell it. So in both way they are getting advantage. That's why they are weaving for other people. Weavers know from the outset what cloth they should make and how much of it is to be worn. They are getting the yarn from that, what type cloth they want to make and how it should be, that they know already. However, the dependence on the merchants both for raw material and market means the merchant have a lots of power. So what is happening here, they are depending on both for the getting of yarn as well as selling of their things. It is coming from the same hand. So that people, those who are doing this trader work of yarn as well as collecting of clothes, is a powerful person, because what he is saying or what he is giving, that much only the people can collect it. They give order for what it is to made, and they pay a very low price for making cloth, because they are depending on this trader. So he will give very less amount to the people, those who are dependent on this particular activity, or in this way those who are working like a contract base, they are working, so they are going to get very less payment only. The weavers have no way of knowing who they are making the cloth for or at what price it will be sold. The merchant, he is giving a fixed price to them, and they don't know to whom this cloth is going, where it is going to reach. It is going to reach in Prime Minister's house or somewhere else to America or Arabian countries or like that, any places that who don't know the viewer, they can't understand. Then, and price also they don't know. At the cloth market, the merchants sell the cloth to the garment factories. In this way, the market works more in favor of the merchants. So after getting of the cloth, plain cloth, that will go to the garment ready-made factory. Then they will make the ready-made dresses. Sometimes directly to it is coming to the shops as a cloth, and we will purchase that cloth and we will make our dress. Okay, anyway, that is it is in the hands of the merchant, or merchant playing a big game there. Weavers invest all their savings or borrow money at a high interest rate to buy looms. They want to purchase loom at home. It may be power loom or different ordinary, means olden type, and they want to purchase it. For that purpose they want to take loan from the merchant. That also they want to give a high interest rate. Each loan costs 20,000. So as a small weaver with 2 looms has to invest to 40,000. They want to, if they want to purchase 2 loom, they want to spend minimum 40,000. And the work on this loom cannot be done alone. One person alone can't do that work in the loom. The weaver and another adult member of his family work up to 12 hours a day produce cloth. For all this work they earn about 3,500 per month. How much they are getting per month? 3,500 means they are getting just 100 rupees or 125 rupees per day for their work. And how much time they are working for that? They are working for 12 hours. And reason nowadays it is again less only they are getting. In olden days they was getting better, because there was no stiff competition with the international market, means multinational companies. Now with the multinational companies we are facing much competition. So what is happening? They want to spend much time and much effort to make the good cloth. The arrangement between the merchant and the weaver is example of putting off system, whereby the merchant supplies the raw material and received finished product. It is prevalent in weaving industry in most regions of India. So what is putting out? He will give raw material to the people, and they will make the finished product and they will sell to the merchant. That system is known as putting out system. This is the condition. Maximum 95% of cotton workers, they are working in this way. Okay, by this we are stopping the lesson now, and we will continue tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.